This is from Mojave County, Arizona, LD30. This is my LD. Just take a look at this video. We're going to run it in its entirety, unedited, and this will show you how red we are here in Mojave County. Let's roll.
About what's driving them to the ballot box earlier than ever before. Vaughn Hillard is with us this morning. Vaughn, great seeing you. You spoke with several Trump supporters. What did they have to say?
Right, Jose, we're looking at the early ballot returns here in Arizona, and 1 week into early voting, we have seen Republican voters turn their ballots back in by mail or coming to early voting locations by a nearly 2-to-1 margin over Democrats. It was flip that in 2020 when Democrats 1 week in were outpacing Republicans 2-to-1. A large part of that has to do with Donald Trump this go around urging folks to vote by mail or do early voting. And when you're looking at Arizona, you know, it was for a long time, whichever way Maricopa County went, which is the greater metropolitan area around Phoenix, well, the state went. But in 2020, Donald Trump lost Maricopa County, but he still almost won the state because he was effectively able to juice turnout in places like here in Mojave County, which he won in 2020 with 75% of the vote, a record number of Republicans turning out. And that's why we're here now. We went to a couple early voting locations and we saw lengthy lines during the lunch hour, 30 people waiting in line. And I should note, we did not find a single person who audibly would tell us that they voted for Kamala Harris. These were Trump supporters getting out to vote early in the all-important Mojave County. Take a listen to some of our conversations.
Well, the difference is going to be that everybody's coming out early, and everybody that we talked to has made a special effort this year to vote, and you can see it here in the parking lot. You know, this library's usually got 5 cars in it. There's a ton of cars in it now.
You said you voted early for the first time.
For the first time.
Why did you vote early this year?
Honestly, because Donald Trump told me to.
What a good answer.
He keeps saying it, and I've been thinking about it, and so here I am.
We met one man who did not vote in 2020, but he said he was horrified by the state of the country, so he is voting here in 2024. We met 3 other voters, one that moved from California, one that moved from Oregon, blue states, who said that they moved here and were eager to vote in a state where Donald difference. And so it's those types of voters that not only Republicans are watching come to the polls, but also Democrats have a close eye, understanding that they need to really win the Maricopa County area to make up for any potential juicing of turnout here among the MAGA faithful in places like Mojave County, Jose.
So there you have it. Mojave County, the reddest county in the United States. And I'm glad Jim got on TV there because they're working really hard out there for the early vote. The Republican Party, the GOP delegates, the PCs, Donald Trump himself, everyone has said to get out and vote early, even if you have to use a mail-in ballots. We cannot change the system until we have red up and down. Now, Mojave County, Arizona, we do not have one elected Democrat. We do have some Democrat challengers this year. Normally, Mojave County, everything's settled in the primary. We have Republicans primarying Republicans. Rarely have a Democrat on the ballot. We got a couple of Democrats on the ballot this time, and it's going to be 80-20. We're going to be 80% Republican across the board as normal. Voter turnout, though, is what they didn't cover. Voter turnout and voter participation is higher than it ever has been. There's more than just the one guy they talked to that didn't vote in 20 for whatever reason, but as the reporter said, horrified at the direction of the country, and he came out to vote. And you have to remember, early voting is not easy in Mojave County, Arizona. Our county is the size of the state of Massachusetts. So my farthest north city in my district is 4.5 hours away from my home, and I have to drive through Nevada and Utah to get to it. On the other end, it's 2 hours to the south to get down to La Paz County, 2.5 hours to get to Wickenburg, which is northern Maricopa County, which is our district. Our district is larger than a couple East Coast states. So early voting is actually taking your ballot, your mail-in, and dropping it off, or going to an early ballot site. We're talking people are driving 3 and 4 hours. at least an hour and a half. Even in my own district, if I voted in my district at my polling place, it's a 45-mile one-way drive. So voter turnout is great. Voter turnout is great in most of the counties. Maricopa is about 24% red right now as far as receiving Republican ballots over Democrat ballots. If that holds, the entire state will go red